I've decided that today I am going to have a sort of DIY pampering day, a DIY self-care sort of day, call it whatever you want. So today's Friday, which means it's my day off. And I don't normally do these sorts of days for myself, but today I just really fancy doing it. So that's what I'm going to do. So it's really quite a nice day out there today. So I wanted to start the day in a good frame of mind, get into the right attitude. So I popped on a dress, which I don't normally wear. And I do feel kind of summery, and this is a right nice casual flowy one, and it's one that I like. So I already feel good, which is also part of the the process, getting into that, like I say, that right frame of mind. So me and David's already been to town, so we've already had our weekly treat, or I've had my weekly treat of a chai latte. So we're already off to a good start. What I want to do today is, one of the things anyway, my nails. Now I had these false nails done about 3.5 weeks ago when I went on holiday, and I don't normally bother with my nails because I'm not very good at painting. They end up getting a bit smudged or whatever, so I don't tend to bother that much. But I was in two minds whether just to take the varnish off, because to be honest, there's absolutely nothing wrong with these nails. They have been absolutely brilliant. And these are actually silk, not acrylic. And I was a bit dubious because I didn't know there was going to be silk when I went to have these done. Because like I said, this is not something I normally have done. And I've never been to this particular nail technician before, but they've been brilliant. So, like I said, I was going to leave them on, but I'm really struggling now because my nail underneath is growing. I'm really struggling with when I'm at work and I'm typing. I'm really there's a lot of gobbledygook on there, and I'm having to correct a lot of things, and I'm struggling with things like buttons, the little fiddler bits like earrings and necklaces. So I've decided I'm going to have a go at taking them off myself and repainting, fingers crossed. So I've been into Superdrug, and I've got this artificial nail remover. Now, when I have had false nails in the past, it's been a good few years. This is what I've used, and it has done the job. It's took a bit of a while because you have to sit there with your hand in sort of like a jar. I've been scrounging in the kitchen and I found this. And you do have to sit there for a while with your hands in the liquid, but eventually it does work. And I don't particularly want to be honest, to go back to pay for the nail technicians to take these off and to paint my nails. I think she said they were going to be about £17, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a go at myself. You don't know what you can do until you try, so I'm going to have a go. So I've also picked up this, it's like a, I'll put my glasses on, what's it called? It's called something blue, but it looks more like a mint green, but I really like that colour, so I'm going to have a go with that. And I've also got a base coat, so I'm going to put a layer on before and also on top, so hopefully it might make them a little bit stronger, but also protect them from any chips. And that is one thing about these nails, I have done all sorts, I've coated them on everything, and they haven't chipped at all. Now the other thing I've bought is a face mask. It's a tropical cocktail face mask, so I'm hoping that smells a little bit delicious when I put that on later. So yeah, I'm gonna now set this up, I'm gonna pour my liquid in here and sit here for I don't know how long, so I'll be back in a sec. So I've popped my comfers on because there's absolutely no way you can have a DIY pamper day in a dress. So I've made myself another chai latte. I'm going to stick my liquid in my little bowl, and while I'm sat here drinking my chai latte with my fingers in a bowl, I'm also going to look at my new photo book. This has just come today, and this is from the recent holiday we've just been to in Calpe. So I'm going to while away 10 minutes looking at my photos, and God knows how long it's going to take to do the nails, but I will report back in a bit. It's a really good job that I've decided to actually have a pamper day, because it's took me about 2 hours to get the false nails off, and I've got about, I think it's 3 nails of my own that didn't survive, they broke, but I do feel a lot better now. The false nails is off. So because it took me 2 hours to get them off and the time is getting on, what I'm gonna crack on and do is I'm just going to give my face a wipe, and then I'm going to put this face mask on, and hopefully it'll smell nice. And just give it a quick wipe. Alright, I don't wear much makeup, I've no foundation, it's just a bit of blusher I've got on. That's it. Don't you pull funny faces when you're putting your makeup on and off? Right. So this is one of them. It's just like a, you know, like a liquid that you put on your face, and it's supposed to take about 10 to 20 minutes to dry, and then it's one of them you peel off. So I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to apply my base coat, and hopefully when that's dry I might be able to take this off and then put the colour on. So let's see if I can get in this. Does smell nice. Right. It's a bit sticky. Maybe I should just try and weasel it up out of the packet. That's it. Feels a bit gooey on the face. Try not to get my hair in it. Probably should have maybe tied it back. I don't particularly like to feel stuff on my face, to be honest, but this were only 60p. As soon as I was having a DIY day, I didn't particularly want to pay much more. Best not get too in front of the camera. Right, I think that is possibly enough. I certainly feel sticky enough at the minute. Feels like I've got plenty on everywhere. Do you know, I shut the bedroom window because my brother-in-law who lives next door is in the garden, and he's doing some sort of messing about with some sort of I don't know if it's a drill or some sort of electrical sander he's doing something. So I shut the window because I didn't know if you could hear it, and David's been in the room and I didn't realise he's opened the window. He's interferes where he really shouldn't at times. Do you know what? I think you could have probably, I've got 2 people could have shared this mask. There's that much on my face now. Right, anyway, that's as much as I'm doing. It's nearly empty. It says that takes between 10 and 20 minutes. So I'm going to give my hands a wash, and then I'm going to start applying this base coat. That's what I'm going to do next. So I'll see you back in a sec. I've just given my hands a good wash, and I'm just going to put this first base coat on. And everybody's got a dominant hand, and I'm right-handed, so it's always easier, isn't it, to use your dominant hand. So I'm fairly confident that I'll be able to hopefully get the colour pretty neat on my left hand when I get around to painting him. But it's when you switch hands like now, it's very, very awkward for me. Well, I guess for anybody. It's nearly done. And at least with this clear one, it don't matter if it doesn't just stay on your nail, does it? So I think what I'm going to do is just give that 5 minutes to dry, and then I think I might put another coat on and then start the colour, and then put another 1 or 2 of them on the top to see if it just helps. I think this is just, like I say, like a protection thing, but I might need to actually go and have a look and get a proper, like, one that, you know, helps harden your nails. I think that's really what I need, but for now this is all I've got, and so I'm going with what I've got. So just put another layer on, I think. But it is now it's about 10 to 3, so that time is cracking on, and I want to get this done. And my plan was must be a good month or 2 now ago, I bought this book, Change Your Life in 7 Days. Bought it from charity shop, paid £1.50 for it, but it comes with a, what does it say now on it? Includes free mind programming CD, and I want to actually listen to that, and that was one of the things that I was hoping to get done as well today while I'm having my pamper day. So as soon as I get these out of the way, my nails, I'm hoping I can get a listen to that as well, but we shall see. My face is starting to tighten up a little bit. I can feel that it's starting to dry. So I'm not sure whether these are actually as good as, you know, the actual sheets that you put on, because this actually dries, obviously, and I don't know whether that drying effect is actually any good for your skin or not. But anyway, it's too late now. So right, I'm going to give this a good shake. When these are completely dry, I'm going to put my colour on. So I'll see you back then and take this mask off. Right, I can't talk very good at the minute because I think this face mask is now dry. My nails, this first layer feels dry. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a really funny face now. So just bear with me while I crack this. Ooh. Ooh. That feels better. Right, see if I can actually peel this off. What do you know? This is so therapeutic. If this comes off in one, I don't know if it will. Can't even go over it yet. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, the things we do. Oh. Ooh. That feels better anyway. Some residue left. Right. I think that's off. You always find a bit in your eyebrows, don't you? I'm sure I've got something, yeah, in my eyebrows. Oh, my belly started rumbling. Some more there. My hair. Oh.
Right. I'll put a bit of moisturiser on in a bit, but I just want to, got some there still. I want to just get my nails finished. So I'm going to do the colour now. I'm going to attempt to do the colour now, so I need my specs on, otherwise God knows what will happen. And they're mucky. Let's see. Right. So something blue. Let's see what this looks like. And if I can do this without getting it all over. So I'm not gonna do this all on camera because who wants to see that? Nobody. So I'm gonna do this and then I'll come back when it's all dry. But that's what it's looking like for now. See you in a bit. So I finally finished my nails. They're not perfect. I didn't think they were going to be, and I've still got some cleaning up to do. I've got nail varnish everywhere, but I do like the colour. Anyway, I've got a bit of colour back on my nails, and they do feel so much better without the false nails on. So if I do start doing my nails a bit more, because I definitely need practice, then I might invest in some proper equipment, but for now I'll just use what I've got and just see what happens. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my book with the CD in it and I'm going to go downstairs. The CD player is in the conservatory. David's in the living room, he's watching Wimbledon. Now I don't think I've ever used our CD player. David's the one, it's his CD player and he always plays his CDs on it, so I'm hoping I'm not going to have to disturb him. I hope it's just a case of switching it on, putting the CD in and pressing play. But I'm very intrigued now to see if Paul McKenna can actually program my mind and help to change my life in the next 7 days. So I'm going to go and settle myself down and yeah, I'll check in with you in a sec. So, change of plan. I didn't actually know the CD player here doesn't actually work. So I don't know why we've still actually got it, but David said he's saving it just in case it starts working. So David's in the living room where we've got another CD player, what apparently does work, but he's watching Wimbledon, so I can't put my CD on just yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to epilate my legs, because why not? Yeah. It's a good job I've decided to have a pamper day, DIY pamper day in it. It's what I'm saying about when you plan things in your head, things just never really work out the way you want them to, do they? Especially when there's a man in the house called David. So David's gone upstairs and he's allowing me to have the CD player, so he's gone to finish watching Wimbledon upstairs. So that's what I'm going to do now. Don't know what to expect. I haven't listened to anything like this kind of CD before, so we'll see what happens.
do is relax and let the sounds wash over you. You may find you do not remember it all consciously afterwards, but simply find yourself comfortable as you follow my instructions.
So I've just listened to that CD and I wasn't really sure what I was going to expect because I've not listened to anything like that before, and I don't really know whether these things work. I listened to it because I'd bought the book and I just thought, well, I might as well listen to the CD as well. But one thing I do know, honest to God, I was so utterly relaxed through the whole thing. I think it was on maybe about half an hour, I think, or so. I wasn't sure what time I put it on, but even from that perspective, I will definitely listen to that again, just because I just feel so relaxed. Yeah, for £1.50, that has been amazing. Anyway, it's about 6:45 now, so that's kind of like the end of the day really, in terms of my little self-care DIY pampering. I'm just gonna, not really sure what I'm gonna do now. Maybe watch a bit of telly. I'm still trying to do this scarf that I started. I must have started it about 5 weeks ago and I must have undone it about 5 times as well. So I'm going to carry on. It will not beat me. I will have a scarf knitted by Christmas. So anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Do you do your own little DIY pamper days? I think quite honestly, it's something I might try and fit in every now and again. I've really enjoyed it, but you do kind of need a good few hours to do things, especially if you're trying to paint your nails. I mean, well, to be honest, it wasn't the fact that I was painting my nails, it was the 2 hours that it took to take the old nails off first. But I will carry on. I do quite like this blue colour now. For some reason it did look like a mint green in the bottle, and they're not perfect, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to carry on and I'll just see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to go now and yeah, enjoy the rest of the day. But let me know, do you do your own DIY pamper care days? If you do, what sort of things do you do? Bye for now.